Welcome back.
30 women testifying today in front of a judge to the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein and the industrial level sex trafficking pedophile network that he was running. I mean, this story is so crazy, folks. You know, it came out that Epstein's butler took very detailed notes in his own little black book, if you will, on Epstein's behavior and practices and everything. And when he brought that to the federal government, the butler ended up going to jail. So Epstein is running around a total FBI informant protected by the federal government, running an industrial level pedophile ring, sex orgy island, and all the crap that's going on. That's all real. That's on record. That's not hearsay. That's not he said, she said. This is known. This has been known. This has been convicted charges against Epstein. But so where's the media? Now, let's recall, you had a doddering, seeming like an MK Ultra victim, just sucked on a helium balloon, Christine Blasey Ford.
Brett Kavanaugh, 5 of his friends gang raped me at a party. I don't know when or where or who I was at the time, but it was Kavanaugh, and he can't be on the Supreme Court because he raped me. I know it was him.
So that's totally fraudulent, but it gets all the media attention. Every cable news network covering it. Highlights across primetime news, international news, everything. Christine Blasey Ford, who sounds like she just sucked down a whole helium balloon and doesn't even seem all there, kind of a mental fop. That's the biggest story ever. A bunch of hearsay, nonsense, nothing on record, all politically motivated. Total fake news. But it gets all the attention, right? Now you have 30 women testifying against a convicted sex trafficker, a convicted pedophile running industrial level pedophile sex networks, and no media coverage. Nothing on cable news, nothing on Fox, nothing on CNN, nothing on MSNBC, nothing on all the alphabet news agencies. Nothing. Nothing. Christine Blasey Ford?
Brett Kavanaugh raped me at a party.
Everyone covers it. Total fake news. Real news, industrial level pedophile networks, industrial level sex trafficking, convicted charges, 30 women testifying in court in front of a judge. And what do you get? Nothing. And if that isn't the absolute state of the American media, if that isn't the absolute state of the American media, I don't know what is. Christine Blasey Ford, a helium balloon in a wig, gets all the press attention. 30 women testifying against a convicted pedophile sex trafficker, and the news won't even mention it. Why? Because Epstein had top Democrats and elites on his list.
Imagine you're walking along, and the father has the daughter. The little boy's right there, 3 years old. The woman stabs him. The father defends the daughter when the woman tries to stab the little girl. Now, they went and looked up who she is. She's a liberal artist out of work who wants to attack a good-looking family that has children. Now, I'm not just saying this about the left. They have turned into a crazed mob.
So when do we cut off abortions? At what week?
I think at 3 years old is when we should,
You think at 3 years old is when we should stop aborting children?
How many times I tell you? Morning, I was working out, and one of my friends came over and said, look at this woman slap this little toddler or this young child, no older than 3, in the face 3 or 4 times, and then the mother and the father don't do anything. Well, it turns out, because of the black and white footage or pixelated footage that was on the news, people didn't realize that the woman almost chopped the child's nose off and then stabbed him twice in the cheeks like a ninja would do. And so the father goes forward to protect the child. She slashes at him. And it takes them a second to figure out what's happening. But again, you can see it's color video, but it almost looks black and white because it's so blown out. You can barely see the butcher knife, but it is a at least 10-inch butcher knife, and she tries to stab him. Butcher knife or not, you do that to my kid, your brains are on the concrete. But she's a liberal, she's a leftist, an out-of-work artist. And Dr. Nick Begich understands psychology. He understands the fact that the system is trying to make us more aggressive and more hateful. The media is like we're a colony of rats trying to invoke us into civil war. And you're seeing more and more senseless acts of violence. And when we go out and whenever we go to these leftist events, even with flags on our mics that say Action 7 or something else, that they don't even know we're InfoWars, we say, what are you here for? Well, I'd like to kill babies up to age 3. Their little voices make me sick. And well, babies are parasites, and so are children. We need to kill old people. And these are women. We're not even looking for these people. We have dozens and dozens of these videos. So let's roll for TV viewers, radio listeners. It's posted on Infowars.com. Woman randomly stabs 3-year-old boy in the face in street in Georgia. Let's roll that video for me again. So imagine you're walking along, and the father has the daughter. The little boy's right there, 3 years old. The woman stabs him. The father defends the daughter when the woman tries to stab the little girl. Now, they went and looked up who she is. She's a liberal artist out of work who wants to attack a good-looking family that has children. Now, I'm not just saying this about the left. They have turned into a crazed mob. Now, I just saw this 5 minutes ago before I went live on air, preempting Dr. Begich, and he understands I want to get his take on this, but he's covering fascinating things. And so I just had time to only run into our guys and say, get me one woman saying kill kids to age 3. We have dozens of these. And we put out an abortion video that's 5 minutes long showing women recently saying this. So something's happening. There's a psychoticness, like these mass shootings, you name it, where there are more senseless acts for no reason of violence. And it's getting more intense. It's getting more insane. I would imagine this woman's on psychotropic drugs, probably. It says on the inserts they can make you do things like this. We also, again, just a few days ago, had the 16-year-old man kill his sister and her young daughter, his niece. His brother was married to her. He was attacking police, even though they had weapons, and humping with demon noises, going, just humping random people and screaming, I'm going to eat your soul. So it's like a Day of the Dead event happening. Let's go ahead and play the video of just one of the clips we found in the last couple minutes from a month ago here in Austin at a anti-Trump rally, and they're talking to them about how late should we abort children, because now they're aborting them after they're born and harvesting their organs via the governor of Virginia, the governor of New York, and other states. So here's that clip.
So when do we cut off abortions? At what week?
I think at 3 years old is when we should,
You think at 3 years old is when we should stop aborting children?
How many times I tell you? Now, that's all they were able to find from a report. We have the raw footage here. I'll have it for Sunday. She goes on to say, I'm sick of their little voices. And we have woman after woman sounding like this. So there is what the Bible talks about. Other historians and the ancient Greeks talked about times when large portions of towns would just go crazy. It wasn't rabies, but people would just start eating each other, killing each other. The ancient Greeks thought it was vampires. And so they would actually go hunting for the crazies at night because they would only come out at night.
Thank you for watching Hidden Hand. Let me know what you think below. One love, one vibration.